is providing. So, and then if the customer is not decided to buy, the product will be put back to the rack and the customer comes out. Or if they wanted to bill, the scanning, billing, purchasing, confirmation, and then leaving out. So when they're leaving out, there will be a security, the alarm system where the soft and hot tags can be checked. So this is the general now the current scenario which is going on. And here we will consider a customer a shoplifter or the theft when the customer take the product and put back to the packets or into the into the bags. So these are the customer we will label as a theft or the shoplifters, along with tampering the soft tag. So for example, what is a soft tag? Do you understand? There will be a small strip connected to the product, okay, which they take and go out before billing. Alarm sound comes, but the customer, what they do, they remove it or tamper it, damage it, and paste it some other place, and they take the product, keep in the packet, and go away. So that is also one of the way we can call it a theft. So the current scenario, what is happening to stop this theft thing, is they employ the people in 2 or 3 corners where visually they will check for any abnormal patterns, whether they are doing tampering or putting the packets. Visually they do. That is one of the way. Second, if the employee finds or the shop in charge finds if there is any product is missing, they go and check that particular CCTV to find is it really theft or not. If it is theft, this is something very important. If it is theft, that particular customer is a registered customer or not, we will check. And if they are registered customer, it will be tracked down. And with Miniso shoplifting policy compliance, they make a 3 times the penalty, and they retrieve the product and they have to pay the 3 times of the product. But the worst part, if the customer is not registered, the money is gone, right? And this is the place the pain point starts. So they have a 2 pain point to be addressed here. One, employing a lot of employees to check and going back to the CCTV camera and check itself a big process, which takes a lot of in charge, money, and the time effort. The second problem, if the customer is not registered, the money is lost. So this is the 2 place where the shoplifting algorithm comes into the picture. So this shoplifting algorithm has a very simple role to do here, which is the proposed system. Whatever we are proposing here is, so if it is possible, you can end it. It's echoing over here. No problem. So the proposed system, what it does here, the algorithm which we have to develop, it will find for a pattern of which above the algorithm, the next time.
You are not audible.
Can you hear us now?
You are not audible.
For others, Arun, is it?
Majesh, we are able to hear you. Your voice is clear.
Okay. Abishek, can you check? Abishek, can you check your microphone?
Either you are on
Mahesh, you are not audible.
Can anyone put a chat?
Remaining people can keep in mute so that it will be clear and audible.
Yeah, it's okay for me.
One second, let him. Abhishek, now it's okay. Can you hear us?
Abhi? He got cut again. He'll join, I think.
Okay, then just go through because this is a basic for others who wants to know. So the algorithm wants to find out a person who is really having a intention to theft, and that particular, this is something very important, that the system which it thinks that a particular person is thefting, that small clip will be sent to a mobile application to the employee or the in charge or the franchise owners. So by checking that video, they can make sure that it's really a person involved in theft or not. So what we are trying to do here, we are not making 100% automation system to not taking the control over. Instead, our algorithm finds to just detect the possibility of and sending the particular clip to the mobile phone where a manual employee, instead of 4 person, we can narrow down into 1 person who can check the videos and then finally take a decision how to go further. So this is the system we are trying to build on. And upon that, Giridhar and Abhishek has requested for few more no the features add on to it. It's also given in the chat by Giridhar. Thank you. Like footfall check and payment verification and all of this. But that is all an add-on features that can be added to it. But the core thing what we are trying to focus here is the shoplifting. So now this discussion, what I'm going to do for now, is about the shoplifting algorithm, how the approach is going to be taken. Any doubts so far, you can ask. Then I will enter into the
Mahesh,
shop.
actually, we had a discussion before this.
Yes.
We want only just 1, 2, and 8 points. Are okay, fine. 1, 2, and 8.
1 minute. Let me take the
Chat.
so where is the chat here? Here. 1, 2. Shoplifting algorithm, correct, sir. And the second one is 1, 2, right?
1, 2. Yeah.
8 video. Okay, that is the something which is not can be replaceable. Sure. So not a problem. Here the footfall counting can be done. Okay, sir. Not a problem then. So
Our
what
major concern is 1, 2, and 8.
1, 2, and 8. The algorithm what we are discussing can handle this with a little modification of what
Can
I'm
you read
going
that, Majesh? Can you read that, please? I'm not able to.
So first one is the shoplifting algorithm, which is used to detect over them shoplifting. No, who will take the part.
Okay.
We're going to detailedly see how this algorithm is going to work. We are going to see it detail now. And one second option is once the thing is considered, the clip will be sent to a mobile app, and the mobile app will have a various hierarchy like a shop owner, in charge, and employee, and then
The
workflow like
person in charge.
yes. So based on
Maybe shop in charge.
yes. Workflow, and this mobile app also supports for multiple franchising for the owners.
Okay.
These are the provision, it comes into the mobile app. That's the default one. And the one extra feature other than that, what they need is footfall counting. How many persons comes in on a day? Footfall counting.
Okay.
So that is one of the things they are asking for. Now other use cases or other add-on feature, for now they are not considering. So it is the same thing what I have prepared now, and let me deliver it, sir. Before that, any questions so far you can ask Arun or Kannan sir, any questions, because
Mahesh, I think in footfall counting you need to like differentiate like for staff, because generally there are 7 to 8 staffs means they come and they go out at least 10 times at least a day, definitely.
Okay.
At least 10 times they go, so that we need to differentiate who is staff and who is customer.
There is one option for it. There is something called face recognition. We can but the camera and there is some algorithm we have to put it in if this is something needed. Even if a same customer comes twice or thrice, it should not be added content, right? That is the thing. So
yes.
Person, if they enter, we will take that image and we will have, and we will cross refer if that again the person comes, so that can be. But we will discuss. Otherwise, a simpler solution can be, if you don't want to count the person's the t-shirt. If they are on the particular t-shirt, we can eliminate. So some simplest approach, or if you wanted to be really even the same person, if they enter twice or thrice, it should not be counted. We can also go for that. It is like there will be difference in casting because of the model development. I mean the API and the DB level customization. But what you want, based on that we will customize. But the option is available, not an issue.
Sir Kannan sir, I think you need to mute because your fan sound is more.
Is it? You can hear.
Yes.
Okay. Let me slow down.
Okay.
Whether it is quite
normal. Now it is fine. Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Now can we enter into the core of this project, the model development, how we are going to do with algorithm? So we will call it a shoplifting algorithm. And this algorithm uses a deep learning model to support it. So how it works is, let me say like a story. A person goes in, and the first thing what the system will do is it will identify each and every customer. To identify it, it's again a deep learning model where we have to train with the multiple human beings to identify this is a human being. So this is the first task we will do. So once human beings are identified, ID will be given to the particular identified human being or a customer, let's say here. So the customer will be, the customer goes. And the customer now, the next step what the customer will do will take the hand to the product. So this is the place where we will start to track the hand. So the moment the person taking the product from the rack, which is another detection model, which we say product from rack. So that product from rack will be taken in consideration. And then now the product will be on the hand. So once the product is on the hand, our system tracks to this is where the actual shoplifting algorithm comes into the picture. So the system will
Mahesh, yeah. I think Kannan sir is still. It is more noise is coming.
Okay.
No,
can
no,
you mute?
It is.
You can mute him or else.
It is quite calm in my place.
Now it is okay, sir. Now it is calm. Now it is calm.
Now, no, it is quite calm in my place. Nothing comes from here.
Okay.
No, actually, if you click on participants, no, both the two voices are coming.
No, I'm keeping quiet.
Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll mute everyone. Okay.
Yeah, now it is fine. Now it is fine.
And if you want to talk, you can unmute and you can talk. Okay.
Yes.
That would be easy. Okay, now.
Now it is fine.
Yeah. Now what happens when the person start to take from the rack, the model will start to track the product. Okay. And now the product which is being tracked, there is a two possibility. One, they have to put into the bag or the tray, whatever the miniso you're giving, that is one of the way, or they can keep in the hand it. So this two thing will be also found. Okay, this two thing is said to be a normal purchasing pattern, which is of not a problem. Or now the product is taken. Now we say we will have something like product taken for the particular customer with the ID connected to that ID has a product in the hand. Now system will try to track and say whether a product is put back to the rack or put back to the the place where the tray or the track, or he's still having in the hand. If still having in the hand or the rack or thing will not be any problem. But when the customer try to put into the into the dress or into the packets or into their own bag, then that is where it will be get flagged. So this is a series of algorithm stitched together. Okay, this is a very generic way of saying it, but how it works actually is we will develop a deep learning multiple customization algorithm, which will be responsible to find a human, a product in the hand, a product hand in the rack, a product hand into the shirt or the packet or into the customer bag, or product or the hand into the tray or the product on the hand. So these are the different category, you can call it a category. So this all separate images or category or the images. Now in the live stream, in all this category, which category right now the customer is doing? That is the thing. And it will be all falling in the sequence, in the logics. Like if the customer is having in the hand, it's fine. Now where it's going, into the rack, into the tray or the packet. So this is the where a flag will be raised. So when to raise a flag, the flag is nothing but we say that customer is a shoplifter or the theft, possibility of shoplifting. So only when the system raise the flag, then the video will be, that particular clip will be sent to the to the employee where, or the in charge, or the whatever the whoever it has to be sent, where it will be manually verified and then actions will be taken. So this is the part of the algorithm. And There is one more possibility you have to think. This can be done only when a customer comes to the billing area. Only then we will have a certain time where in the billing we can check and do the billing and the things. But there is one more possibility. They can straight away go out of the shop. That is the one thing we have to address for sure. So if our system raised a flag and if the customer is going out, we have to decide whether really an alarm system on the outside, no, whatever we have, should be activated. If it is activated, then we have to go and see really it's happening. Is it really theft or not? So this is something we have to think. What I think in the terms of business, there is a possibility even our algorithm can go wrong. So we could have some good experience to the customer by saying we have involved shoplifting algorithm, we can explain. And if it is really a wrong alarm, we should be in the manner of giving some good will wishing, like a gift hamper of saying thanks for supporting the shoplifting algorithm, such and that, so that to turn the experience into from bitterness into the good. So that was that should be also thinking in the terms of the business to implement this shoplifting. So this is one of the area where a customer without buying, if they leave. But if the customer, if they are going to buy, then we have some time where that particular customer, when they come, if the image is able to recognize good, in that time, a system itself will say if this customer, the video is pop. Let's say there will be 10 or 15 video down the line, but we don't have a much time to check. This customer, that if our flag is raised into the person who make a billing, right? We have a tab or something, that 2 or 3 video alone will be displayed, or it will be on the upside. So a customer can check the video. If nothing wrong, then they can bill it out. Or so it is like further filtering of the video, which the system is saying that it's flagged by a face recognizing and face matching. Or not only the face matching, the matching can be done by t-shirts, colors, various factors, the matching can be done. So this also gives a one more filtering option, that even in the Sundays, if or Saturday, if let's say 15 video, 20 video is being sent to the employee, but we cannot see it manually, at least when the billing is happening, it can be checked. And after checking it, then we can allow the billing to happen. So these are the ways where we gradually decrease. As I mentioned during the meeting, this particular thing cannot be, immediately stopped. It is a, iterative process where we gradually decrease and decrease and decrease. Then we make some system which the first thing we have to work on is to send the video, which is a flag. So number of video that it send, the false video to be sent will be gradually decrease on the later stages. So this is how the the outline idea of it. Okay, now how do we go with this process? So the first process, okay, before that, if you have any doubts on this generic idea, you can ask, then I will detail each and every milestone, how we have to proceed with and how it can be enabled. I'll give you a little more detail. But before that, if you have any question in this, you can ask. Everyone microphone is muted. You can unmute and you can ask, please.
No. You can carry on.
It's clear up to now, right?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
how do we proceed? As I mentioned, we will have a 10 or 11 or 12 different categories to be trained for a machine learning algorithm. What are the categories? Okay, before knowing this, I want to give you a brief idea about how this, very short idea about how this computer vision in general happen. So if you understood, it's all about pixel. If an image, there will be one, we all know about the pixel. An image is constituted of a pixel. So the computer vision itself check this pixel to find something, like find the face, recognize the face, find some pattern. Is there a circle available or not? Everything is something doing some mathematics on the pixel. So an image is a collection of pixels in the rows and columns. And a collection of image is a video. So what you want to know is, when we do analytics on video, it is nothing but doing some inferencing on each and every image. That is the thing. So in the image, we are going to find a 10 category of any image. Okay. For let's say that for a second, usually there will be 24 to 26 frames per second for any video. In a general, it can increase based on the quality. So for that second, all 24 or 26, or we can reduce the frames. For each and every second, or let's say 2 or 3 frames, we can check this 10 category. What are these 10 category we have to check? They are customer. Is a really customer or not? I mean, human being or not? That's the first category. And then product rack, product hand, product bag, product packet, product in the tray or the bag which we usually give, or product in hand. So these are the tampering. These are the 10 category what we are going to start with. And the good thing, this category can be increased in the later stages, such a way like a behavior basis. Now we are not going to touch any behavioral kind like now. Right now we are going with the process oriented. What is a behavior? Abishek, when we met her, he has given a good point, which is someone sees the camera. No, that way we can find out whether he's doing some thefting or not. But now we are not going to do. But later, if you think we have to reduce the filter of, let's say, we are going to want to make the algorithm more confidence, then we can also increase on the time without disturbing the previously done algorithm. That is what I'm trying to say here. So this 10 for now is the, what do you call that?
See, these are all machine learning. Like a hand is unique, pocket is unique, bag is unique. So combinations. Like this, we are creating a matrix.
Yes.
So in a wherever which combination it comes, so the computer can do a quick calculation of this, something is happening like this. So putting it into a bag, so or keeping it in a cupboard. Like this, we are going to find it. Later on, we will go with the deep learning aspect of having it covered with the face recognition. Okay, then the behavioral will come. Right.
Yeah, so this is first stage, which is like category. We are making the category. So what I'm trying to say here, if any image is given, that image, that algorithm will say that image fit into what category. Is it a product in the hand or product on the thing? No, the bag. Which category it belongs? That particular frame, which is something very important. Now we are done with the category. Now what we do, we will write our business logic to sequence or stitch this category, which is our shoplifting algorithm. So for the category, it will. Oh, your internet connection is unstable. Now can you hear me? I think my internet was not good. Is it okay now?
Yeah, now it is okay, Majesh.
Now it's okay. Okay, now I'll repeat again. So what I was trying is, whatever this categorization of a single image is done by deep learning model. Now, the second thing what we have to do, we have to really implement the algorithm, the shoplifting algorithm. So how do we arrive this shoplifting algorithm? Is a sequence order, which is whether it's a customer or not. Then we will give an ID. He taken the product. Now, if he taken the product, that is where we have to be very conscious. From that, we have to give either to raise the flag or not to raise the flag. That is something we have to do. So when do we raise the flag? Or when we should not raise the flag? When do we raise the flag? If the product goes into the dress or inside the body or inside the the bag or the purse, what are the zip, whatever it is, then we will rise into a flag. And other things, it will be not rising a flag. That's it. That is how the simplest thing. So the algorithm which rise a flag, video will be sent to this, and manually we will check and we will do it. So this is the algorithmic part. We will work on it. And here, okay. So once the video is sent, okay, as I mentioned it earlier, how do we minimize the video, or how do we that particular person when they come to building? So that is one of the way of doing. For example, when they come to the building, we will see the customer face, and that customer in that video, whoever's face is matching, we will take that video alone pop up only when you see that video. So we will make sure the building customer will not make any thefting. That is something very, very important. That use case will be we could able to do it. In the overcoming time, the number of video of that falsely negative, as sir said, that can be reduced in the overcoming point. But the one thing which we have to address is either theft or not, but the customer who is not billing. That is the case where we have to, in terms of business, we have to be very careful whether we really wanted to make the alarm go on or let the customer go. Next time we will see. Or if alarm goes on, how do we going to convey that it's really a shoplifting, or if it is not shoplifted, how do we convince them or going to turn the experiences to good? Like one of the example I said, to say shoplifting, is the algorithm, like whatever explain and give the gift hamper to say thank you for supporting. Next time we will not make it happen. So the algorithm is learning something like that. And this is one more thing. This also includes effect of training the the in charge or the employee who over the. So this also comes into the additional account, not only the technology, but as a whole business case, we have to consider it, and the proper training also should be given. So this is the the idea how it goes. So here, the first step would be we have to work on with the cameras. Now you have a camera on an area. So based on this algorithm, if you notice, if you imagine, we have to make sure a product and the hand and the human, that coverage for every product should be enabled. So others, but no, the rack will be on the left and right and also center. So what we usually have is we cannot see the whole interaction. So we have to either change the position or we have to increase the number of camera, including the DVR and VR, to make sure that coverage of hand, human body, and the product, it's all able to watched. That is first thing we have to do. In this use case, if you are going to make this algorithm, this is the first milestone we have to approach. And later on milestone would be data collection, which is very, very important here. For example, I mentioned 10 category. In this 10 category, there would be minimum required of 300 images of each category. Image of such, like taking the product from the rack, keeping in the hand and putting into the the basket, which is all customer do. For others to give an just information, Abishek has already given us the the access for the CCTV where the 10 days last data we can get it. From that we could able to get few data. So like what we have to do, our specialized, we are planning to assign one computer vision expert to only for data collection. Now you could ask, can we do? Usually in other projects, for the Godrej projects and for other projects, we give this data collection and there is something called annotation to the client side. Okay, but this is something very, very crucial part where we want to allocate a particular computer vision expert to this process. The reason is it is very complex where we are annotating. See, annotating is nothing but there is an image. We have to round a particular portion and train the computer or the model that this is a particular falls into the particular category, which is something very crucial to the path. So what we plan, we are planning to assign a computer vision expert to give this access video of this 10 days or whatever, and he will inspect and he will go through all the video, and wherever he finds this 10 category falls in, and he will crop that video, take that download the video, take that image and annotate, and he will make it ready for model for this 10 category. Now just think that how much effort and the work has to be put into this particular data collection. That's why I said data collection is a very toughest job for this particular project. That's okay, point one.
I'll tell you one thing. See, annotation is nothing but to identify what is what. That is called annotation. Like for example, we are having people here who are live. Live means if you see me on a face, like at a particular angle, my face will be like this. My convolution, if I turn my head, my face will be in a different form. If I bend down, my face will be in a different form. And if I cover myself also, my face will be on a different form. All these are faces only. Similarly, hand. If I, openly show it's a hand, if I cover it, it's a hand, like that, the hand should be captured. This is called convolutional neural network, CNN. Okay.
Different segments. Different segments.
Yes, a different segment of the same part. If I say hand will be in many forms. Okay, and you can see my hand like this, you can see my hand like this, you can see something like this. Even a finger comes and picks up certain things, or within 2 fingers I take, that is a hand, like that. So a hand is to be categorized, and similarly a purse has to be categorized, a bag has to be categorized, like this. We have to do. These things are the annotation. Okay, so we need to do a lot of capturing from the images which we have captured. From a video, it will be taken as a static image, a photo, and from the photo, it will be tagged. We have to crop it, and then take it and make the computer learn, like this is hand, this is bag, this is purse, this is like this. So when it comes to combination of many things, then the algorithm will come, accumulate everything, and say, this is from hand to purse, this is from hand to bag, this is from hand to pocket, this is from hand to given to somebody. Now, many things it will catch and tell. So this annotation has to be done through an expert. Because if in other companies, Godrej and all have people who are already into computer vision or computer science graduates, whom we can easily train. Whereas for Miniso, we don't expect that you may have this kind of an expertism, and so we are thinking of giving. If you have people, then we will think about a different model.
Even what I said is, sir, even if they have an expert, I doubt that would be a right approach in this model. Correct. Because the categorization is something very complex, very complex. This is, let me say, comparing to the Godrej, as sir taken the Godrej project. Godrej is somewhere 10% to the project what we are handling now. This is a much complex project, and if you this shoplifting is something available, it's something common. But if you see, there will be not a much of the product here. The reason is the complexity of customization, because this cannot be done as a generic. For Miniso, if you do, we cannot take this and we cannot put into the other shop and say find the same, which is not possible. The reason, let me tell you. What is it, sir? Kannan, sir?
No, nothing. It has to be customized on every customer.
Exactly. Yes. For example, Giri and Abishek, you might know, you knew that when I showed the live demo of finding a face, have you noticed when I just show the face little tilt up, it found not like this. The reason that algorithm is trained to find only the frontal face. When I bend or when I slide, that thing is not able to find out by the algorithm. And one more thing, the height in which a camera is fixed, it will also make some differences. So these are the customization take place into. So examples of annotation. So the first process, the second thing after camera purchasing and the position change, and second it would be the data collection and categorizing, annotating, and make it ready for the model to train. Now the third step is to make a customized deep learning model developed for finding this categorization. Not one model can be enough, because finding an object is different from finding a face and recognizing the face. So there are 3 or 4 which I found right now, but maybe later there may be 5 algorithm, a different algorithm to be training this categories of 10 categories of data. It would be needed. Detection, face detection, then complete body detection. So there could be necessary of not one deep learning model, but 3 or 4 deep learning models are needed to be developed to find a particular category. So how it works? Once the image comes, we want to pass this image to all the 3 or 4 algorithm, the trained algorithm. The trained algorithm then will label what is that. It is hand in the rack, or hand in the product, or it's a particular face, or what face is that. So that output will come. It's a combination of 4 to 5 algorithms, and that 4 to 5 algorithms should not be standalone. It should be combined together. We'll call it pipeline. We have to pipeline that 4 to 5 algorithm. Once the image comes, it has to pass through the algorithm and come as a one single output where all the labels of 10 categories should be displayed if it is available. So this is the fourth thing which we call model development. Now, second, here comes the algorithm, the shoplifting algorithm. Now we created the separate model.
Mahesh, a small doubt.
Yeah.
This image, you are saying it as some data, you are collecting the data of a first person, right? The customer.
Yeah.
You have to do the same with the product also, right?
Correct. All the movement. The customer taking the product is also one of the image. The customer, I very sorry, I forgot to say. Thanks for reminding. Here there are few data we may have
Mahesh, I'm not able to.
handy,
I'm not able
which
to.
is great. The shoplifting category falls like. I'm sorry, internet was not stable. Now it's fine. Abishek,
Yeah. Now it's okay.
There was one thing I left out in the data collection, which is something associated with mini society, which is we need a mock data. There are certain data which will not have in a handy, because the regular customer, they comes and take they handle the things where we can take the hand in the rack, hand in the basket, product in the hand. We can take all this category, but some category like product in the packet, product in the bag, customer bag. These are the data we will not have much. So we have to use our person to mock the data, and that mock data will be taken as the input. So that mocking the data, the Miniso team has to work through what?
See, I just wanted to add. I think so. Collecting of data from the product is a bit, well, not a bit, very difficult task. I think. Why? Because in a store of 900 square feet,
Okay.
our store, Guntur store, which you have visited, is on 900 square feet.
Okay.
But on and around, we used to have just to name the SKU, means not a quantity SKU. I think so. We'll be having 2,700 to 2,800 SKUs we have.
Yes.
And the next challenging part is we don't have the same SKUs repeating every time.
Correct.
We'll be having a new SKU in and the old SKU out also.
Correct.
I think so. This is a bit challenging part.
No, this is where I'm thinking a bit different. Instead of recognizing the product, I'm just going to say a person is having something in the hand which is considered to be a product.
I understood what Venkatesh is asking. Venkatesh, you are saying, sorry, Abishek, you are saying you are studying the person, but you are missing out the product. Actually, we are taking the product convolution in the hand of the customer. So the annotation, when it is doing a hand, it will also go with annotating the product. So if you handle a product, for example, I take in a bottle like this. If I hold a bottle like this, no, my hand will also be identified. This part, the product will also be identified. So the annotation part should identify which part is being collected. So all these things will go with the expert to identify which is hand, which is the product, and that has to be taken for learning.
But what Abhishek is trying to ask, will our model will recognize what product is that? No, we will not do that.
We cannot do that.
We will not do that. That will be the model know that a person is having something in the hand, which is the product. But now that's a good question, Abhishek. The following question would be, what happens if the particular customer have a mobile phone in the hand, right?
My next question is the same.
Yeah, if they have a water bottle in the hand, that is the possibility of the real false flag.
It is actually no. What is see? The customer walks into the store with her own lipstick.
Yeah. True.
We also will have our own lipstick. See, even we face many times saying that customer will come have a cap tested in front of a mirror, just checking whether it is good or not, and he walks out.
Yeah.
Okay. I myself asked my staff many times saying that is it his own product which he have purchased earlier, or he have come just now, just tried and went out.
Yeah.
This also happened many times in the store.
No, can't we collect all the belongings before they enter into the stores?
No, not possible. Not every.
Sometimes customer comes on the bike. He keeps the keys inside the pocket after coming inside the store.
Yeah.
No. Right now we are already practicing the same. We are asking the customers to just drop their luggage in the counter near the counter, and we are asking them to go. So even though some customers are not willing to do it, some people are bringing some valuable things inside the store, which they cannot drop there.
True.
You are right. You are right.
No, that is a true thing, Abhishek. Here,
Yes.
The tracking of a product in the hand will be enabled once the product takes from the rack. This is the one of the way which the tracking can be enabled. If not, for example, you're taking some product and going in, the tracking will be not enabled. Only once the hand goes to the rack, from that moment, the tracking will be enabled. The shoplifting algorithm works. So in that sequence is what we are trying to check. But even in the sequence, there is a possibility of mismatch, as you mentioned, like mobile phone or anything could be a mismatch. We will in future we will try if what are the product that we have to, if it classify, we have to remove it. For example, mobile phone, kerchief, which is not packed, water bottle. So these are the use cases comes only when we try to do. For example, even a product without something without a cover. So that we have to add additional effect to minimize the false negative flag which has been raised. These are the false negative which is possible to happen. But what I think, because of the sequence procedure, we can eliminate few, but not completely. We have to consider that as a false negative, and we have to work on that.
Maybe what is when they enter itself, we will see each of the customer coming in. So something which is wearable will already be captured in the camera. No, when they come, it can be used for checking purpose.
No, actually, we do it actually. We just open the camera and we'll see whether when customer is stepping inside the store. We see that whether he's having, suppose he's having a wallet, which we are selling right now, they have purchased 2 days earlier. He walked in the store with the same wallet. We will be checking our cameras, opening the cameras and saying that while he is coming inside. We will open the camera and we'll just see.
This is the tricky thing.
We cannot ask the customer.
These are tricky things that needs to be, made them learn with the model.
But this is all no. We found out this while talking. But there definitely would be a scenario which we cannot imagine at all, but it pops up. So that is where consistent learning, and we will have to improvise it.
I just wanted to give you an example. I think so. It is good or not, I'm not sure. I just wanted to quote you. I have a friend from I have a friend from US visited our store last December. Hello.
Okay. Yes, Abhishek, we can able to hear you.
Yeah. Amazon is already doing this the same project in US right now. They all successfully. They are actually implementing in their Amazon stores, walk-in stores.
Yes.
Which there is no employee required in the store. Employee is not at all there, even in the billing or even at the racking. The customer can directly walk into the store, just take whatever the product you want and just put it in the pocket and walk out of the store.
True.
Correct.
He is being charged for the product that which he is picking it.
Yes.
True. No, this project particularly, Abhishek, it's been started. It's been before, sir. 4 to 5 years back. It's still in the research. But what I'm trying to say here is that is what I put it on the first. It is not a general approach. That is where these products are not possible to take on in a market in a high volume. That is a challenge. So if you think that particular solution can fit it into any shop, no, it will not. The one simple example, let me tell you. When the CCTV sees your face, it is based on where you fit, what angle you fit. That itself will say, is it a frontal face or side face when you walk. So that itself is a simple problem, but that itself with the multiple image only we can find out. So what I'm trying to say, it's not a general. And this particular thing comes only fruitfulness on the customization. And in the customization, the very good thing is to eliminate the false negative in the later stage. As you mentioned, now we will find there are some certain times where the flag will be raised. even if the customer is not going to tip. So how do we eliminate it? It's by customization. So what are the possibility? We will find it out. And for the possibility, how do we eliminate it? Is it because of with a simple solution in the business use case, or in the deep learning model, we can retrain it to eliminate it? So that will be later on study, and it will be eliminated. So it is not a, as I mentioned earlier when I visited there, it's not a one solution we deploy and go. No, it's a minimum 6-month continuous effort. We both together, I know the Miniso and the WRWS, to fine tune and curate such a way that out of 3 or 4 video, 1 video will be definitely shorter. So that is the thing we have to think about it. And then so can I carry on, Abhishek? Is it okay?
Yeah, please.
So the model development is one of the thing, and then after model development, this algorithm, what I mentioned, this is a 4th milestone. So the 5th milestone, once we are success in the algorithm, we will come there, we will deploy. So to deploy, we need some processor. We will suggest what kind of a processor needed. It will be connected to the DVR, what we have here. It will take the video and our algorithm will be deployed there. In the real time, we will see how it works. And once we are very sure if the algorithm works, okay, then what we will go with the backend, where Arun comes into the picture of developing the stack of it. No, the mobile app. Where if the video is pushed, we will see, and we needed in the mobile phone will be taken milestone. Even that place will it be already? No, that is the place where our test will happen. The test is like for the at least for the 2 months, we will just push the video. With that video, we will not take any effect on the customer. The previous whatever happened is what you have to continue with the shoplifting. So that 1 or 2 months study period of how the actual algorithm works. Okay, and what we do with that input, we will fine tune the model with this training or the data what you have, and the false negative is that is the place where we'll eliminate to the minimum. And then after that 6th milestone, the 7th milestone would be the actual deployment, which is after getting this feedback, we will work with the model, we will come back, and if you have any other features to be added a little bit, we will add in the mobile phone development too, and then we will give you out. So that will be the place where actual shoplifting system effect will be taken, and that also comes with the training to the employee how it has to be taken, and if it is a false negative for non-billing customer has happened, then what should be done. So that is all the discussion we have to do along with the in charge and employees to take it to the fruitfulness. So it is not just a technical, as I mentioned. This has to be considered as a whole as a business from the start to the end. So 7th or 8th milestone will be the deployment of the actual process continue. From that, 3 or 4 month observation should be there. From the video will be, the images will be collected and the video will be collected for more and more accuracy. All this accuracy will leads to the first, we will try to eliminate the false negative, which is the immediate use case. And second, what we will do is eliminate number of video that it rise flag wrongly, even it is a build customer, because your employee power should wasted for seeing all the video. So at the end, there should be 2 or 3 videos should be pushed. At least in that 1 or 2 should be a real theft. Otherwise, it should not. So that would be the from if we started, it will be the 5th month or 6th month of the goal agenda. So it is not one time. We have to work at least for 4 to 5 months to take into that particular level. So this is the whole idea and objective how we could take it.
It's a very good process. It's a very good. In fact, it's a complex process, but it's a very good one.
True.
Abhishek, for your views, and Giri for your.
Hello.
How much would a processor cost generally?
That depends, because the number of cameras and based on that we have to go. But what I have in the mind, it's Dell. That is something called small factor. Not even Dell. There are many companies. somewhere i7 and in the terms of cost, I think 80,000 or 90,000 may. But I can tell only after calculating few things, processing, and what we are going to find and how much algorithm and how much it takes speed. For example, for your information, if one object detection is going to take place, for that object detection, there can be used some multiple algorithm. Algorithm can process faster, but it can take time. But some algorithm can some algorithm can process faster, but the accuracy will be not good. So some algorithm will give accurate results, but the processing time will be much higher. So there is some trade-off between should be given. After calculating only, then we have to fix and finalize what is the processor. But to my mind, it comes somewhere around 80 to 90,000. It can go up, not less for sure.
And that too, time also
investment for
time also is a constraint, no? Because
yes.
Once the customer leaves outside,
yes,
then it is of no use again popping up the message also.
Giri, what we will do, we will see to that we can find out quickly with a great accuracy.
For example, in this use case, it is like accuracy is the matter. If that's so, in 1 second, if it able to give 70% accuracy, then we can say, then take 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds to give me 90% accuracy. So that trade-off. So if we have lagging of 1.5 seconds from the real time, now the event is happening, but I can get the results from it in 1.5 seconds, which doesn't affect my business, then it's fine. 1.5 is better. If I can have a 3 seconds, then it will be better. So what I'm trying to say, when the person makes something there, okay, when a flag is raised or something has to be checked, from there, how many seconds we do have to give a label and to pop the video. So popping a video is a fraction of second. That is not at all an issue. Going through this deep learning model to inference and then again to algorithm to say this is a flag will take some time. So how much time it has to take and how much accuracy you should give, based on that we have to define the hardware. But basically it will be somewhere around 80, 90 or little higher than that. That's
Giri, when you say about time, it's all in a fraction of second, Giri. So we need not worry about it.
Yes, got it, sir.
We are talking 1 second or 1.2 second or 2 seconds. This is what we are talking about.
Time means
not in minutes, in seconds. Based on that, the hardware capability has to be increased. That's it. Nothing more than that. It's all about processing power. The less the time we need, the more the processing capability should be. More the processing capability, more the money to it. But it is all one-time investment. The hardware lasts minimum for 5 to 6 years, which is not a trouble.
No, before we suggest you a hardware, we will do a redundancy check and we will tell you.
Yes, that is
possible. What the project can take up, so that you can have a surplus, efficiency in your system, and take up, so that once you buy equipment, at least for 5 years, you need not change it or like that. We'll try to give you a good confidence level before you invest really.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So anything else you guys want to know? Yeah, Abishek, yeah, go ahead.
No.
Magesh, there is one scenario just curious about.
Yeah,
it.
please.
There are a lot of department stores. Obviously, I haven't seen that stores I visit that you have visited, but yeah. So there are a lot of stores where usually in the weekends it's a lot of crowded places. So is it like, see, if I'm in the center point of it, and if 4 people covers me, and is it still if I take it and put it inside, is it possible?
The camera should be positioned such a way that when you take a product, the camera should cover opposite to you, like you see a person face to face. That is how the coverage should be. That is what I'm talking right now. So it is not side angle.
No, as of now, every camera in every store has an opposite facing of the product.
Yes, but we need front facing.
Just for the surveillance. This camera is used for only surveillance, not to do all these things.
But what you ask, Arun, that is very important. We have to consider. That is what the first point I mentioned. For this algorithm, how the camera has to be placed, that is how we have to place. If we ask a camera to see from the side, then we will miss it. That is cannot be done. So this also gives one more way of increasing the camera, which is only a way to coverage. For example, if you're going and taking a product, so a camera is eligible to have only 5 section in a rack or 10 section in a rack. That is what the camera can do. You got it? So when you take a object, it will directly see.
It focuses on the product.
Yes, correct.
Camera now focuses on
the product and the human, not from the side or not from the back. Friend.
So surveillance is on the person and then a product. Whereas here, it is going to be on the product and then the person.
Exactly.
So like that, the sequencing will happen.
But when you ask in the crowded, it is possible. That is a challenging. That is what we have to. That is the reason I told. Not because only.
Generally, we face lifting when the crowd is more only.
Exactly. So that is the reason I mentioned that.
On a Sunday of 1,200 square feet store, we actually come across 1,500 to 2,000 people walk into our store.
Footfall.
Yeah.
Footfall. Only 1,200 square feet. PVP mall store. It is not the store, Mahesh, which you visited. It is the other store which I have showed in the camera.
Yeah, in the Vijayawada. Yeah.
So it's like
in Vijayawada.
Market.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
At one point, we'll have 100 people inside the store.
Yeah.
More than 100 people.
Big time.
Giri, Abishek, see, what we see is not necessary to be how the actual machine learning or the computer see. That is not necessary at all. First, we have to understand that it is a
meeting.
It is a completely different use case. For an example, if there is an image, if capture, there is a 10 people, okay, and this 10 people will give an ID. In that ID, we can ask this 10 people to be verified. So that is the computational power. That is there is a reason why we need a lot of computational power to do this. So yes, the number of person takes in, each and every person can be tracked, and that each and every person's activity can be monitored. It is all possible, but again, it comes down not on the algorithm, it's on the hardware part. So choosing the hardware is a really trickier one, but which we cannot utter any word until we finalize the algorithm and see how it really works and how much time it takes. That we will decide, and with that the ratio, the numbers we will take on. Arun, that's your question, which is done, but it is again pointing to camera positioning, number of camera, and the hardware which needed to inference it, but not on the software part. Software part will support, and the programmatically to give it processor, we'll have something called threading, like parallel threading. Yeah, multiple processing support it can take to inference it. That is not a problem. Yeah.
Maybe I'll talk to them, and these people are asking us to move.
Okay.
You know what? Just move around and give it a more. Okay. Friends, see, this is where we are, and we want to kickstart it. At the same time, I'll talk to Giri in the evening to get to know about how probably we can go with the assurance of pricing and all. See, we are doing this for the first time, and once we make this a success, it is a great thing for Miniso and WRW. So we'll put our hard effort into it, and we'll make it a success. This assurance I can give you, Giridhar and Abishek. Yeah, I just told them. Giri, any inputs from you after this?
Yes, sir. No issues. I'm clear, sir.
Yeah, I'm also clear. How about you, Abishek?
Clear, very clear.
Very clear. And don't worry about the costing also. Since this is both new for each of us, we will go with the cost plus margin. That's all. We will not charge you. And this effort, we may not give you other time. And the next time when you want to have your third shop or anything, don't think this will be your pricing. Okay, let me be clear also. Because this is the first time, and me and Giri know each other. We wish to have our good trust in this business rather than as a business by itself. So that's where I'm thinking, and we'll go with the actual requirement of the cost resources. And see, this is where more important is. We may ask you for some kind of a down payment only for the licenses to start with, and then we go ahead, because that is we are going to pay the third party. It's neither for you or me, and then we will think about how to add the resources, and we'll be very genuine in this, and we want to have a long-term relationship with you. So I keep moving around so that you want, you can discuss with them.
We were no, there is something called MEPS here. It's a
Madras Export Processing Zone.
There are a lot of companies.
We have come for a meeting with Godrej, and Godrej people, we just missed everything, including our lunch, and we came here. We just had tea near a tea shop, and then we are trying to return back.
We are parked there, and they now wanted us to move. That is the reason. That is the reason we started.
They kept quiet for not so much of a time. Okay, so I think it's a real time to break off.
No. Giri was
Giri, ask us whatever you have.
Mahesh, you wanted to increase the number of cameras also?
Yes,
Giri. No options. For this algorithm to know, it has to be something like. Now this is the customer comes in. So if this is the product, we have to see the customer face to face. So the product is seeing the customer. So that is how this algorithm will work better.
More than see, the intelligence of project is then you can quickly capture. Here for me, alternative for I is camera. That's all. The more we can catch it, we can have combinations of cameras to identify and tell this is the real culprit. So we want to save every penny.
There's one more option. If you want to minimize the camera, you said me that the bigger product cannot be taken, only the smaller product you can take. So you think which product that it can be carried, and that particular coverage of the product we will make sure, and we will process only that camera, not all the camera. That is also can be taken consideration, which will put down the computational cost too. For example, there is a teddy bear, and I'm sure they will not take risk to take the teddy bear. So that rack is not needed to be put on the. No, we don't need to process at all. Not necessary. Instead, we will process the cameras
which can go within your pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Things which can be hidden. Things which can be covered within a box.
Which can be fit in a pocket.
Yes. The minimal the size of the product, the more vigilance of surveillance will be.
Yeah, exactly. That places alone, we have to add on the additional things. That's it.
And we'll take your ideas wherever students pick up more. These women are more interested. So accordingly, we'll try to position.
Prioritization also can be given. That is also possible.
Like, can you tell me what capacity of DVR you wanted to change it to?
How it should be is what I am having in my mind. But again, it's a iterative process.
Currently, we have 16 DVR, 16 channel DVR.
That's correct. But what I am trying to say, how it should be, it is again by R&D. Okay, how much camera we need is based on the R&D which we have to start. But how I'm thinking in my mind, if a particular person comes to take a product, a camera should see print by knowing what the product is taking, and also the whole body, at least the whole body is, of course, because then only we know where it is placed. So that is how the camera should be placed. So based on the place where you want to cover, then we have to come up how many numbers camera and what are the position to make sure the possibility of the product that can be theft will be covered. That's it. First thing is the coverage. Identifying the coverage. That is the first thing. Based on that, we have to go number of cameras. Based on the number of camera, we have to go how many TVRs is also might be needed. That's it. I actually made some the milestones, but I haven't got time to complete it. Most probably by tomorrow I will send you, where you will, whatever we discuss, it will be on the milestone in a detail. You can go ahead and you can read it and you will get more idea. Then you will have some more understanding, clear understanding. I see the payment. It's fine, sir. Yeah, ask us some more questions if you have.
I think we are fine, sir. Now, as of now, we are fine.
No, as we progress, you can give more inputs, and then we can customize completely. See, it is what we are making is for you to relish. So we'll see to that the maximum whatever we are doing is satisfying your requirements. So whatever we are doing, if it is not satisfying your requirements, then it does not have any connection with the business at all. So let us be very clear on that. We are cooking, you have to eat. So tell us what really you are relishing it. So accordingly we'll go. And to Abishek, please keep your inputs also ready, so that as we progress further, we'll see to that how we can eliminate the errors which are already existing in other places. Similar things we'll try to include it in our product. See, that means we are
also note down some of the key points. I'll also go through it once again. Sir.
No, we are competing with Amazon.
When we go through only, come out.
No, sir, not competing with Amazon actually, but I just wanted to know is it actually viable for our store for the theft that we go right now? As of now, we are in the business for past 4.5 years or 5 years.
Okay.
Okay. What we are doing right now is we are just taking it for granted, saying that this much of amount in our turnover will be. It might be a damage in the what is it called, transit. That also might happen. Store thefting also might happen. Staff mishandling also might happen. So as of now, we are operating in a way that our business happens this much. So we can just consider this percentage of amount as a theft, or else shrinkage or breakage.
No, what you say.
As of now, we are operating in this way. The thing what you have mentioned is right now. If this has to go forward, we actually have to invest on cameras and DVR first thing.
Yes, true.
Correct.
As of now, the first step goes to this. We have to invest on cameras and DVR system for both of our stores.
Yes, true.
Right. And the second thing is you have asked for the licenses of some softwares that which you have to use.
Yes.
Okay, and the second thing is we use, as you said, you have to have data collection analysis with the person which you have to hire, and you have to analyze the data of the customer.
That comes from our team.
That is annotation.
We usually delegate to the client side, but here the process is so complex, so there is no other.
Right.
But in the data collection, the help we need from you is some mock data. Our team has to mock the data where put it in the packet themselves to the bag. The flagging parameters all should be mocked, because we will have less, obviously. To increase the things, we have to mock it.
Right. No, actually, I'm just right now. I'm mentioning only about the financial side of the thing that which we are doing.
Understood.
Okay.
No, adding to this, Abhishek,
Right.
see, human beings are not only customers, it can be even your employees.
Right, sir, right.
So when we are doing a kind of a counter check or anything, we are doing on whole of employees, including you, me, and anyone.
Exactly.
So our system should check, irrespective of who is picking up, this is a theft.
Right.
If it is not billed.
Right.
That's all.
See, one more thing, sir. When you consider this particular implementation, when you make a decision, I would just suggest not only see how much the direct cost involved in it. That is one of the thing you may save. But the other few parameters also should be considered, like you put some employees over there to see how much no it is happening correct. The shoplifting is happening correct or not. That can be made in period of time. That's first thing. And second thing, the mental tension or emotion to backtrack and know to see the CCTVs and to find out really the product are missing. Something you have in a mind always or in the heart. It's something happening. That tension associated with the business will lower down because you will be starting to trust the system. And you delegate that emotion, the tension to the system, which will take up eventually. So that is the important thing I see from the visit last I had with Abhishek. Because I saw Abhishek in
as of now, no. As of now, we are trusting our employees. You're asking to trust the software right now.
No other go, right, Abhishek? If you want to sleep, good way without thinking all of this, no other way. You have to.
You're trusting the lock before you're going to sleep, Abhishek. That's all.
No, sir. No, sir. I myself have an emotional connect with it. When we started our store in May 26th, 2019, I didn't even take a holiday for 9 months. It is a new business for us. I remember I took only 1 day holiday just to go for Tirupati temple, have my hair cut in the Balaji temple and come back. Initial stages of business, we have we actually have that much dedication. When time passes, see, if you do a same activity for a number of days, it is not possible.
Automatically will become a pro, right?
Yeah. This is all about delegating to system, where the system will take with the information, you will take a decision what to do. And you know exactly who is responsible for that. Sometime a product will miss. We cannot say system is 100% correct, but you could able to backtrack in a very simplest time to say, customer, this is an employee or this is some other unknown reason. If it's unknown territory, what is that? So questioning on them becomes easier with the system. That is all about. It's just not directly on the cost. It also something depends on the owner's sleep.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Right, sir. Right. I'll also actually go through all the key points which you have mentioned.
Yes.
Abhishek, I'll do one thing. I'm already preparing the same document, which because of my first, I couldn't able to complete on time because sir was asking me to send it by yesterday so that we can have a meeting today, but I couldn't able to.
Okay.
One time by tomorrow evening, mostly I will share you the document where all the points we discuss will be there. You can go through, take your time, go through, and then we can have a further discussion. Okay.
Sure.
Right.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
Arun, you want to share something? Kannan sir wanted to share something.
It's a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Kannan. The team effort. Thank you. Arun.
Majesh, I'm good.
Okay, Arun.
Good. Wish you all the best, Majesh.
Thank you, Kannan sir.
Thank you.
Okay, then.
Thank you very much. Thanks for
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, sir.
Bye. Abishek, Giri. Arun, bye. Kannan sir.
Bye.
To end, and we have to say that. Recording. End the meeting.